Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, one and all. Probably, but not definitely joining us from Cornwall or potentially Devon, I would imagine. Welcome this afternoon to our Zoom for the new cruises sailing out of Falmouth, excitingly for summer 2023. My name is Miles Morgan. I'm the Managing Director of Cruises from Falmouth. You can see behind me, we also have some other brands for Bristol and Liverpool, all under the umbrella of Miles Morgan Travel. We've obviously been in business now for 16 years, and we set up these cruise sites basically to become absolute specialists in certain ports around the UK. And it's proved incredibly successful for us, hence the reason why, as soon as cruises were announced at Falmouth, we wanted to be involved, because we really think we can help people when they're looking to book a cruise with our absolute and in-depth knowledge of the things going from that particular port. And obviously you've joined today to hear all about what's exciting and new for 2023 coming from Ambassador out of Falmouth, which is just wonderful news because, you know, I'm a Devon boy myself and I know just how far it is to go from Devon and Cornwall up to anywhere. And so for the ability to be able to cruise locally is just a fantastic one for each and every one of you. So what I will do, I'll pass over in a moment to Debbie from Ambassador. But what I would say on these Zooms is I very much want them to be for you and you get the absolute optimum out of them. So if you do during the presentation have any questions you want answered, then please do tap the screen at the bottom. There's a chat facility. Just type your question in and I will pick it up at the end of the session. Equally, if you've got any questions that aren't answered that you'd like to know the answer to, tap them in and put it away and we will find out what the answer is for you and hopefully put Debbie on the spot with some tricky questions at the end of this session. So without further ado, I will pass you over. Debbie, wow everybody with what's fantastic about the new cruises from Falmouth.
Thank you very much, Miles, and thank you for joining me. So I'm here today to talk to you about a new British cruise line for a new era, Ambassador Cruise Line. What we're about, we're here to say hello to Ease of Sea and first new British cruise line to launch since 2010. Our purpose is simple. We want to inspire each and every guest to experience an authentic cruising effortlessly and sustainably. We're here to accompany the next era of travel by blending tradition, innovation for a truly timeless cruise holiday that will still make you feel right at home. As just a short video. Okay, let me talk to you a little bit about the ambassador experience. So you'll see our shield around in a lot of our adverts. The reason we've done this is something we're really proud of, and I'll break it down for you. So the tortoise is about being sustainable and ethical. As it did mention in the video, from 2025, all cruise ships have to be Tier 3 compliant going to the fjords. We are making sure every time we launch a new ship that is already in hand. So we will be Tier 3 compliant on Ambition from March next year. This means no emissions from the chimneys or from the funnel, nothing being put into the seas, no single-use plastic on board, single-use air conditioning, and really to look and try and help the environment. We've gone into partnerships with Orca. Orca is an amazing charity who look after the wildlife of the sea, and they will be on board a number of our cruises, especially when we go to Greenland and Arctic and places like that, to do some exploratory work up there, but also to talk to you about the environment and how we can help to protect it. So we are trying to become a little less paperless. This obviously is a transition because we understand that people do still need to have paper at some time, but we eventually will hopefully reduce all our paper use as well. Voyages for exploration. So we understand again that sometimes we do need to have those sea days for the longer duration of cruises to get to the first port of destination, but we're trying to make sure the itineraries are really heavy with your port visit. So we have some amazing itineraries, some totally different places for us to visit, and I'll go through a few of those as we go further on. The Crown is about a warm welcome. Prior to us launching, we did a survey, and one of the things that came back, they said, with a smaller traditional cruise ship, cruise company that we are, they want to have a warm welcome. They want to be feeling like they're at home, to be at ease when they're there, to make friends, both with staff and also fellow guests. So something we're going to make sure we sort of stick to. Sail with friends, I'll go through, we do offer a solo program, which I'll talk to you in a little while, and also a groups program. But again, that is sort of goes hand in hand with the wonderful welcome. We want to make sure that you come on board and you feel really comfortable and you make those friends with the guests and the staff. The ring around the outside is about peace of mind for yourself. So we, any money that's paid to us for your holiday will be held into a trust account. This money will not be released to us until the day we sail. If for any reason your cruise wasn't able to depart, your money will be refunded back to you. This protection is directly from us to yourself. So we are giving you that reassurance that your money is fully protected. The other peace of mind we're giving, coming out of the pandemic, we understand that people are still a little bit concerned about travelling. So we are updating our COVID policy regularly. We've gone into partnership with a company who will be supplying our pre-departure COVID tests. We ask all guests to be fully vaccinated. And 2 weeks before departure, we'll ask you to register onto the company we're working with website. They will send you a free test. We'll ask you to take the test within 48 hours of departure, upload it to their system, and then they will supply you with a certificate which needs to be brought with you. This is a free service. If we do have to do your testing at the port, you will be charged. So it's better to do it in advance. The cross in the middle is about unbeatable value. We have only launched yesterday, so please get in touch with Cruising from Falmouth to find out all our latest prices. So it's just mentioned that we launched yesterday with our regional departures, which was really exciting for us to be able to bring Falmouth to our programme. Along with Falmouth, we're also introducing 7 UK regional ports, which are London, Tilbury, Newcastle, Dundee, Bristol, Liverpool, Belfast and Falmouth. Who sails on Ambassador? We're a 50+ market. We do also offer 2 multi-generational cruises in the season of 22 and 23. Both will be sailing from London Tilbury. I'm going to introduce you to our fleet. So we did launch our first maiden cruise was in April, and it was on board our flagship Ambience. I'm only going to really touch on ambience because she is sailing out of London Tilbury, and I know I'm here mainly to talk to you about Falmouth today, but I'll give you a little bit of an oversight about ambience. Ambience was built in 1991. She's gone through several major refits. She had a really big refit in 2017, and since we've taken ownership of her, she was in Ukraine for about 7-8 months, going through a further refit. She has 798 cabins, 1,400 guests. We offer you a 50.2 guest ratio and 2.15 ratio per crew member. She will have British and international officer and crew. We will be, the currency on board will be sterling, and it will be 3-pin plugs. Let me introduce Ambition. So Ambition will be joining our fleet in March 2023. And as I mentioned, she'll be sailing from the regional ports, including Falmouth. She is slightly smaller than Ambience at 1,200 guests and 714 cabins. We have a guest ratio of 40, and crew will be 2.40 crew to guest member. She was built in 1999, but has undergone a major refit in 2019. And since that refit, she's only really sailed twice because of the pandemic. Before she comes to us, we do own her, but we will be putting her into dry dock, where we'll be doing our own personal upgrades and obviously putting the ambassador touch. I don't expect you to be able to see this really clearly. This is her deck plan. A lot of the reason we're showing you this is you can see a lot of the public spaces are all on the same deck. So it makes it really easy to find your way around because you just walk from one to the other. So this is the reception deck. Within the reception deck, you'll find obviously the reception, future cruise desk. Any bookings made there can be handed straight back to cruising from Falmouth. Destination experience desk. There's internet cafe here. There will be touchscreen inquiry systems, so you'll be able to have a look at your onboard account and things like that. So any sort of help or inquiry you have, just head to the reception deck area on deck 5. Here we have the Lido. The Lido is our outdoor pool area. You'll find your swimming pool. Again, as I mentioned, that she had a major refit. That's why it looks very open, spacious, very bright with its colouring. There is ample space on here. You will also find Borough Market, our buffet restaurant here as well, and our Lido bar where you can get outside snacks. Part of our ethos is also to look after the environment, but also to look after ourselves. So we have a big gym on board. Within the gym, we're going to also be running exercise classes such as Pilates or yoga or stretch. We'll do walking classes around the ship. It's about sort of getting us all up and going and making us feel a little bit healthier while at sea. These facilities are free, so the classes and the gym will be free to use. We have a beautiful spa area. This is a couple's room here. All the jacuzzis, sauna and spa are all free to use, but you can pay for embarkation packages where they'll give you a package for your treatment over that period of time. The other thing you can do is pay as you go. The prices are really reasonable. We can get you some sample price lists if you ask. Let me go over a little bit of the amenities on Ambition. At the moment, we are in the process of gaining a lot of the photos and things like that. We'll be putting our own touches to the certain areas. That's why we don't have quite so many photos at the moment. There will be a full casino on board. One of the things that fed back on when we did our surveys, that our clientele would like to do arts and crafts. So we're going to have a purpose-built arts and craft and activity area. There's a conference room, card and bridge lounge, library, hair salon, massage, treatment, sauna and steam room, fitness centre, yoga, Pilates. There'll be 3 washing machines, a dryer and ironing service. Then we've also got a laundry service as well, which you can have for an additional cost. Photo gallery, all photos will be shown on touch screens and we will just print the ones that you want to take away. Partnership area, reception, future cruises, destination experience and shopping gallery. So just a few photos about the bars and lounges. So on board Ambition, we have a selection of lounges. We have the Palladium, which is quite a large, grand show lounge. She holds 507 guests. We will have things like West End productions, cabarets, plays. We'll do cinema evenings. There'll be 2 shows depending on your dinner sitting. So even if you book the first or second dinner sitting, then there will always be a show for you to enjoy after. We have the Cavern, which is a cabaret lounge. So within the Cavern, we'll have cabaret in the evening. All our late night entertainment will go into the Cavern, and also during the day, there will be guest acts and speakers and cabaret acts. We have Purple Turtle Wine Bar, which is a contemporary wine bar. The Angel Bar, which is a casual lifestyle bar. The Clifton Lounge, our stylish cocktail lounge. And Pendennis Bar, which is the bar adjacent to the theatre where you can get your pre or post-show drinks. This is the Cavern. As I mentioned, the Cavern will do all our late night entertainment. We'll have cabaret acts in here as well. So it moves all the noise, sort of all the evening late entertainment into one area on the ship. The dining, we do still offer you formal dining. We'll have free dining for breakfast in the main restaurants and also for lunch. In the evening, we will have 2 dinner sittings. As I mentioned, these are going to be governed by our, will be in line with the shows in the evening and will be governed by our departure times. So this is the Buckingham. This is the largest of our restaurants, which seats 480 guests. And then the Holyrood, which is a 196 guest restaurant. We can also seat 60 on the terrace outside. Within both of our main restaurants, we ask for, it is formal dining, so we ask that you don't wear trainers and jeans and shorts. We do have a buffet restaurant, which is a lot more informal dining. We will hold theme evenings in here, so we might have an Italian or a Spanish evening. And that theme will also carry through to our Borough Market, which is our buffet restaurant. This is Borough Market. So Borough Market is our buffet restaurant. It is a lot more informal dining. It's self-service. You can come, there's no dress code at all. We will also offer afternoon tea here, and we have tea and coffee stations that will be available to use 24 hours a day, free of charge. We also have the Lido restaurant. The Lido restaurant is by the swimming pool and will be open on embarkation. So if you do want something to eat, you can come to the Lido or Borough Market to have something for pre-departure. So our entertainment and enrichment programme. On board a cruise ship, you're never going to be wanting to find something to do. There's optional classes, for example, sunrise fitness, stretch classes, you've got dance classes, the spa, the gym, carpet bowling, card games, morning trivia, countdown, bingo, book clubs, cooking and cocktail making demos, and obviously a full excursion programme. We also have a array of evening entertainment, and this will go from West End productions. We'll have some plays, we'll have a cinema evening, there'll be guest speakers, we have things like laughter lounges, so there's a really big varied selection of entertainment for you in the evening. We have just signed agreements with Peel Entertainment. Peel Entertainment will work with a lot of the cruise lines. Our ambient set sail, we're on our about 4th cruise now, and the feedback from Peel Entertainment is amazing. A lot of people are saying it's as good as going to the West End for a West End production, and it's very varied, the different entertainment that they offer. I touched slightly on our multi-generational cruises. A lot of these programs here are for 2022, but I'll give you a little bit of an example of the things that we are offering. At the moment for 23, they are still all being finalised, the different guest acts and things, but you could be looking at something like a British Broadcasting Legend Cruise, where we will talk to people that have worked on the BBC over the 100 years it's been going. We've also, as well as Orca, we've gone into partnership with the RSPB and RHS, where we will be offering gardening and wildlife cruises. If you love your cricket, come on board one of our cricket cruises, where you can meet ex-players such as David Gower, Graham Gooch, Mike Gattim. We also will be offering supercraft cruises. Julie Peasgood will be coming on board, and she's really well popular within the crafting community. So she'll be coming on board to host and, you know, to put on some of our program on the Supercraft cruise. We also, one of the cruises we do know for 2023 is a Motown meets Legends of Rock and Roll. This has taken you up to the land of the Vikings, where you can go to the Graceland of Europe. If you love Elvis Presley, his European holiday home was in Denmark, and we do stop there to allow you to go on an excursion to visit where he went and enjoyed his holidays. Again, with our cabins, I'm going to touch a little bit on our cabins. I will focus on Ambition more than Ambience, because obviously that's the one going from Falmouth. So Ambition has 113 suites, 125 balconies, 474 ocean view cabins, 240 inside cabins, with a maximum occupancy of 1,200 guests. One of the things that came up in the survey that we did before we launched Ambassador was, what features do you like in your cabin? One of the biggest, most important features for people were tea and coffee making facilities. So we're going to make sure that this is standard in all grades of cabin. You'll also have a hairdryer, personal safe. All the plugs will be UK 3-pin electrical sockets with USB ports. There will be a flat screen TV in every room. On the flat screen TV, you'll be able to check your onboard account. We are trying to reduce the amount of paper that we use on board. So this is one of the ways, as well as through the website and also on the touch screens on board, where you'll be able to view and access your onboard account. Okay, where it comes to the cabins, I'm not going to give you too much information because I'll be swamping you with information. So please call Cruising from Falmouth to have a little bit more detail about which cabin grade you would like. But I'll just give you a quick overview of what we've got. As I said, there was 113 suites on board, which range from the DS cabin down to the JS cabin. We have a selection of balcony grades. We have a large selection of ocean view and inside cabins. All of the cabins on board are a really generous size and proportion. The difference with the grades of the cabin on an older cruise ship that's had the full renovations is where it's positioned. The higher the grade and the more central of the ship, it will be the higher the category of cabin. So although the cabins will be of a very similar size and the same setup, the higher the grade is. If you particularly want to be on a certain deck, say midship, you're going to pay a little bit more than being on a lower deck. We also offer you a big range of single cabins. So they range from anything like from the JS cabin to the category 1, which is our leading inside cabin. Just get a little idea of what our cabins are going to look like. These are is a sample of an ocean view cabin. They are going to be very brightly decorated, very airy and open. This is something that we're going to be putting our touch on in the coming few months. We also have the balcony cabins. I like the double feature of the balcony cabins and also the opportunity to have that separate sofa area. All our cabins can be made up as twins or doubles, which can be requested at the time of booking, or you can request it before you embark. And if you get on board and it is made up differently to you've requested, then after cabin steward, he'll be visiting your cabin twice a day to change it, and it'll be ready for you before dinner when you come home in the evening. So as I mentioned, we have a wide selection of suites. So they go from the DS down to the JS. This is our junior suite. So this is our lead-in suite. As you can see from here, you have that double aspect of balcony, which gives you more space outside. Also, you have the separate seating area. We've introduced a number of suite options as well. So if you go for the junior suite, you get priority embarkation, a welcome bottle of house wine, welcome bottle of mineral water, a mini bar, breakfast in bed, fresh fruit bowl, canopies, bathrobe and slipper, a pair of umbrellas, a pair of binoculars, world atlas, and our number one most popular thing, a tea and coffee making facilities. Or if you go for the superior junior suite, we'll also give you a discount from your laundry service. And the premium and deluxe suites you'll have an espresso coffee machine, late suite checkouts. You can check out, you can disembark at your leisure, and a private waiting area. If you need any information about the accessible cabins, please speak to Cruising from Falmouth, because at the moment we're just waiting for confirmation on what grades these are in. But we will be able to go through exactly what the specifications are and what grade of cabin we have for accessible cabins on board Ambition. So when it comes to gratuities, we do offer ambassador moments, which are our drinks package, which I'll get onto next. All of our ambassador moments would include your gratuities, but if you decide you don't want to book a drinks package, we will charge automatically £6 per person per night to your onboard account. This is discretionary and can be taken off at reception once you're on board. The reason we do this is so that we can spread the gratuities through the whole of the ship equally. A lot of the time, if people tip, they tend to tip the people that are customer facing, but when we automatically put it onto their onboard account or part of a drinks package, it is equally shared. So I'm going to go through a little bit about our drinks packages. Okay, our first drinks package is the experience package. This starts at £18 per person and will include gratuities and service charge. It also has non-alcoholic beverages included, which includes your mocktail, and that's £18 per person per night. The Explorer package will include gratuity service, non-alcoholic, but also your house brands of wine and also spirits by the glass. We give a 50% discount from any premium drinks, and that starts at £33 per person per night. The Expedition package is our top range drinks package. This will include all of the the other packages benefits, but also a premium wines and premium spirits package. We also offer you specialty tea and coffee, and starts at £38 per person per night. We offer a full programme of destination experiences. These will go on sale just after final balance. To confirm your booking, we ask for a 10% deposit for all cruise bookings. Your balance is at 90 days. Just after the 90 days, your destination experiences will become live. We do ask you to pre-book all destination experiences just so you get the availability you want. They will be charged to your onboard account and settled at the end of your cruise. If you are travelling with a group, we can offer you some amazing group benefits. We offer additional 5% group discounts for groups of 15 passengers or more. The 26 passenger will go free. A special onboard welcome cocktail party, preferred group dining, embarkation and disembarkation. And if you are travelling with a group who say you normally do dancing on a Wednesday afternoon and you would like to carry that on, please speak to us because we will be able to try and reserve a venue for you to carry on with your hobbies. Our solo programme, we recognise that solo guests may not be used to travelling on their own, maybe a little bit unsure. So we'll make sure that you're really well looked after on board. We offer a special welcome cocktail party where you can get to know other solo guests. We will also offer a full programme of events and activities during your cruise. We'll offer you solos excursions. And also, if you don't want to sit at dinner with all couples, we can reserve a solo dinner table for you. So please let us know at time of booking. And if not, please request it before embarkation. So as I've mentioned, we launched yesterday, which has been amazing. The reception has been really good. They're really in high demand, especially in departure points like Falmouth, because it's nice to see a cruise ship going back to that area. Part of our fares you will see is we have a launch saver fare, and that is really your cruise only fare. We also offer an ambassador fare. The ambassador fare will be packaged up with the top premium drinks package. Included in both fares, you'll get comfortable accommodation, exceptional full board cuisine, captain's welcome and farewell cocktail party, captain's gala dinner and baked Alaska parade, informative guest speakers, a wide range of amazing entertainment, a range of fitness, dance and wellness classes, use of gym, swimming pool, hot tubs and spa, all port taxes, fees and charges, portage of luggage between port and the cabin. I can tell you a little bit about our launch fares. So our launch fares, as I say, we went on sale yesterday, and we do have those two packages. So if you book an ambassador fare, you'll get a 25% off the full fares, which includes your expedition drinks package. The expedition drinks packages already would have been discounted by 20%. We'll guarantee your dinner sitting. We can offer you a complimentary upgrade, and also our launch bonus offer is a free unlimited standard Wi-Fi on board. Anybody that's cruised before would understand that these packages can be quite expensive, or you are limited to the amount of minutes you've paid for. This will be an unlimited use. Our launch fare, which is the Saver standard fare, will include a 25% off full fares, 20% off Explorer drinks package. If you're lucky enough to be able to book an ocean view cabin, we are offering £40 per cabin per night onboard credit on ocean view cabin bookings in our launch season. Right, a cruise calendar. I'll let you have a quick look at the other itineraries, but we'll go into a little bit more about your Falmouth departures. So Falmouth, our departures will start on the 6th of September 2023 with this British Isles Discovery Cruise for 11 nights. On the 17th of September, we have the Jewels of the Mediterranean, which is a 17-night cruise, amazing itineraries. 4th of October is an Iberian and Northern African escape for 12 nights. And then we have the 16th of October, we have a Maritime Cities and Scenic Waterways for 9 nights. This will go out of Falmouth, but it does go back into Bristol, but you can book a coach to bring you back to Falmouth. Anybody that does a river cruising, this is a really good way to transition over to ocean cruising, because you are going up the River Seine, which is because the ship is quite small, it can get up to those far reach places. We go up the River Seine to Rouen, where we overnight, and then we turn around and come back. So it's a good transition between river and ocean cruising. So this is one of the departures that will be going on the 6th of September for 11 nights on the British Isles Discovery. British Isles generally is one of our best-selling cruises. I think it takes you to parts of the UK that you possibly may not be able to drive to because they're just that little bit too far away or they're quite remote. On this particular cruise, it will be picking up from Falmouth. It will go then on to Honfleur, Newcastle, John O'Groats, Portreath, Isle of Skye, Tobermory, Isle of Man, Belfast, Bristol, Portbury, and back to Falmouth. For our launch fare, which is just the cruise only fare, we do have a starting price of £1,059 per person for an inside twin cabin. Another itinerary that I think is amazing, and I think I might be putting my name down for, is the Jewel of the Mediterranean. This departs on the 17th of September 2023 for 17 nights. It will leave Falmouth and then it will go into Santiago de Compostela. We'll go to Gibraltar, Minorca, Corsica, Florence and Pisa. We're going for Rome, Seville, Lisbon, Bristol, Portbury, and back to Falmouth. And that will start off at a brilliant fare of 1,419 per person for an inside twin cabin for cruise only. Lastly, we have another amazing packed itinerary, which is the Iberian and Northern African escape. This goes on the 3rd of October for 12 nights. You'll join the ship in Falmouth, you'll sail to Santiago de Compostela, then you go to Porto, you go to Cadiz for Seville, you'll go to Marrakesh, Lisbon, Bristol, Portbury, where you will be disembarking. Parking. We will offer parking at all of our ports. The parking we're hoping to be as close to the port as possible. If we do have to park in an overflow car park, we will make sure you're fully bussed in. But most of the ports we are dealing with at the moment will be having parking quite close to the ports. If we do have an overflow, we will give the opportunity to drop your luggage and a porter will take it for you or we'll bus it over for you. The parking will start at £12 per night. I hope you can see that it's a really exciting time for us. As a cruise line, we couldn't wait to start departing from the regional ports. Falmouth is something we're really excited to be doing, and hopefully we'll look forward to you joining us on board. I see there's a few questions.
Yes, you have got some questions. Hang on, let me pull them up for a moment for you. The first one was about, well, the second one was about Wi-Fi, and you did touch on this. The question particularly is, will the Wi-Fi work in the cabins as well as obviously the public areas?
Yes, it should do. If we're offering the unlimited Wi-Fi, we do have ample, whatever they call it, to make sure that it will go into the cabins.
Okay. Second question, is there a promenade deck on both the ships, and are you able to walk all the way around it?
Yes, there is, and you will be able to, and we'll be focusing on doing things like walking classes and things, part of our daytime activities as well.
Oh, there we are, Diane. You've got 2 ticks on both of those, which is good. One from me. What I would like just to say to people is that cruising experiences are very, very different depending on the type of ship you're on. So the modern trend at the moment is to go bigger. So we're seeing the latest P&O ships taking 5,500 guests, which is a phenomenal number. Your ships are taking just 1,200 passengers, 1,400 passengers, substantially smaller. What I'd just like to get from you is what really is the difference between the cruising experience on one of those big ones to on your ships?
Well, for us, it's all about that intimate traditional cruising experience. When you come onto a smaller cruise ship, you will get to know your fellow staff, you'll get to know your fellow guests. It's not going to be so busy on board that you're not going to have any space to yourself, but there will be ample things for you to do if that's what you want to do. You'll be cruising with like-minded people that want to go into these smaller, far-flung ports. As I mentioned, from 2025 to get into the fjords, we have to be Tier 3 compliant. Also, with the smaller cruise ships, we have the ability to be getting into those smaller fjords. So you have the full, experience. We try to not, I've lost my word there. We will try to get into the smaller ports as much as we can. We'll try to not tender as much as we can. Obviously, there is certain areas where we will have to tender you in, but being on a smaller cruise ship, hopefully we'll have that opportunity to be able to take you right in and enjoying your experience.
Yeah, I think, I guess the majority of the people on this have not dealt with Miles Morgan Travel or Cruises from Falmouth before. And for us, it's very much when we talk to you about a booking, making sure you're on the right cruise ship for your holiday. Because I always say that there is a cruise for every single person. It only goes wrong when people are on the wrong ship. And I think you will find, and we can chat to you about this, is, will Ambassador be the right cruise for you? So we would talk to you about your previous cruising experiences or holiday experiences to ascertain whether one of those huge ships that have maybe, 9, 12 different restaurants is better for you, because that appeals to a lot of people, or whether a much more smaller, more intimate ship where somebody will know that you drink gin and tonic or you like rosé wine or whatever, and when you go to the bar every night, it's a very different experience, and one will suit you and one probably won't. And so it's all about matching the right people to the right cruise ship. So we'll talk to you about that whenever you phone us to talk about booking anyway. I'd like to give you one opportunity, and it is only one. Give us the main principal reason why somebody should be looking to book an Ambassador as opposed to booking with somebody else. There's a lot of cruise lines in the UK. Why should they be booking with Ambassador and not with one of the other people?
If you want to sail with like-minded people and you want that intimate traditional cruising experience, Ambassador's the right product for you. We are small, we are intimate, and we are very friendly on board. But at the same time, we don't cut on your experience. So your food, your entertainment, your public spaces will be of a really high standard. But it's just a smaller, more of an intimate cruising experience.
Good. And I think I've got to agree with you. I could be proved wrong, but I don't think so. I think that Jewels of the Mediterranean, A, the itinerary, and B, the departure date in the middle of September is going to be incredibly popular. I think that will. It's my tip for the one to be sold out first, but we shall see whether you and me are right or wrong, I would say.
It does look amazing, that one. And as I said, I'd like to join the ship myself on that cruise, I think. Yeah.
There are no further questions. So thank you, everybody, for joining. If you want to get in touch with us, pop onto our website, cruisesfromfalmouth.co.uk. You'll find our contact details there. You can also email us. Any questions that you've got after this presentation, more details on the itineraries you'll find on our website, or you can give us a ring. And obviously, probably most importantly, you can find the prices on there as well. And as Deborah said, that there is ultimately a special offer, up to 25% off for booking early. And so there is a great reason to book early and secure the cabin that you want. Lynn, I think I've just seen your comment. Very kind of you. So Lynn says, very informative. So there you go. Some praise for you as well, Debbie. So that will send her into the weekend with a smile on her face, Lynn.
Yeah,
so thanks.
It will.
Thank
you very much.
So thank you everybody for joining. Hope you have a great weekend, whatever you're up to down there, and hopefully we'll be booking a cruise for you soon. Thanks everybody.
Thank you. Bye.